Covering 800 miles of coastline between the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, Costa Rica is one of the world's most foremost coffee producers. The Latin American country is also home to more orchids than any other place on Earth. For 3 years, King Middle School Teacher of the Year Ameret Reed called Costa Rica home, working as a resort PR director and travel journalist. Prior to her arrival in Costa Rica, Ameret spent time in Washington, D.C., working with Sports America and helping to develop sports programs for third world nations.
Working with those other countries and talking to people that lived in the countries and really let me appreciate what we have here and the things that we do for our kids here. What is he talking about as far as like a bigger idea?
These real-life experiences set the course for her journey into the classroom, where she uses art to help her English and social studies classes learn how culture can help shape ideas.
I try to tie different ideas together so that it makes the kids think critically in terms of theme and life lessons that can come from just a piece of art that they're looking at.
But I want you to do this first part by yourself, and then we'll have a chance for you to share with your partner.
A self-proclaimed huge nerd during her own school days, Ameret tends to view the so-called junior high crowd in ways that most others don't.
These middle school age kids are just little kids in bigger bodies, and they are able to do amazing things. And the higher we continue to raise the bar, the higher the kids are achieving.
Easier said than done. Just ask aspiring ASB President Jaden Casey, who admits middle schoolers can sometimes be a tough crowd.
She's so patient because 6th and 7th graders, even the 8th graders, are such a pain to deal with. I don't know how she does it.
For school-based resource teacher Robin Kuhn, it's like the shepherd leading her flock.
Since I've known her, she's been working with 6th graders, and these little kids come in and they're very immature and inexperienced and scared, and she shepherds them in a whole variety of ways.
I expect them to check their grades on School Loop. I expect them to email me if they have questions. I want them to be in charge of their learning.
The emphasis, Ameret says, is all about setting goals and taking responsibility for achieving personal success. And for some students, it's a whole new concept.
It blew them away that I didn't just hand them a grade. So now they know. I looked it up on School Loop, and they'll email and say, you know, I noticed that I had a 75, but I really had a 77. Can you go back? So they're taking charge.
King Middle School Principal Rahn likes to refer to Ameret as reflective, or someone whose rapport with middle school kids goes hand in hand with great classroom management skills.
Some of you had some unanswered questions, and they were answered here. Connor?
They respect her. She respects them. They feel safe in that kind of environment to share their answers, good, bad, whatever kinds of answers they have. They're participating, and it's all because of that rapport.
A 16-year veteran of the district, Ameret's days are full from start to finish. Her teaching spectrum runs from ELL to GATE, plus serving as ASB advisor, a position she says she reluctantly took on at first.
It's not all fun and games to teach ASB. There's a lot of after hours involved. There's a lot of putting yourself out there with teachers.
According to King's top administrator, Ameret is equally consistent in the classroom and in her duties overseeing the ASB.
Our ASB kids, our student government kids, really respond to the autonomy that she gives them, the structure at the same time, but also the confidence that she has in their abilities and the time that she takes to get to know our kids. They respond to all those things.
In the eyes of former ASB President Jessica Garcia, Miss Reed is more of a mentor than a teacher or advisor.
So going back to your vocabulary, what's a kinsman?
Once you get to meet her, it's more of like a friendship and a kind of like bond you have, maybe like a sister or a mother.
To help prepare for the annual testing period, King ASB leaders under Ameret's leadership developed a tunnel of affirmation to help students reduce the stress associated with standardized testing.
It was just a way to alleviate some of their anxiety as they walked to class, that, you know, all the signs said smile, relax, just enjoy it, celebrate. It's not something to be feared and have anxiety and be upset.
And for Ameret, ASB simply means all students belong.
ASB is about bringing every single kid together, despite who you are, where you come from. Don't worry about that. Have a good time. Enjoy school.
One student having a really good time is Jillian, the school's official lion mascot.
It's just another way to let the kids know this is our mascot, and we're all lions at King Middle School, and kids love hugging the lion. And Jillian is like the queen of hugging, so She'll go out and hug staff, kids, anybody.
Speaking of hugs, Ameret's biggest embrace came from the King Lion himself, Larry Perrondi, announcing her surprise selection as Teacher of the Year.
Every year we choose 2 Teachers of the Year, sometimes 3, and your teacher has been selected as one of the district's Teachers of the Year.
Let's hear it!
When he came in, I was honestly blown away. I really was. There's, like you said, about 1,000 teachers in the district, and just being part of the district and knowing so many teachers and me learning from them, to be chosen to represent our district, blown away.
An educator for 36 years, Robin Kuhn sees Ameret's award as a result of her natural ability to meet the needs of all of her students.
She's taking risks, but she's pushing herself to be the professional and to continue to learn and grow and be the best that she can be for her kids.
From the shores of Costa Rica to right here in sunny Southern California, Ameret believes every child has the potential to bring something unique into our world.
Enter to learn, leave to serve is something we've talked about, so they can contribute. They come in here to school and we help them facilitate how to think and how to learn, and when they leave here I want them to go back and contribute what they've learned.